Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is something totally different that I've never done before, and that is a hauls video. Now, I just returned from a very quick trip to the US. I was back visiting my mom for a few days in Florida, and I realized sitting on the plane flying back over, I thought, gosh, I've collected a lot of things on this little trip, and I wonder if you guys would be interested in seeing it. Now, the way that I travel, I tend to go back to the US, 3 to 4 times a year. And every time I go, my suitcase is generally quite empty. And I do a bit of shopping when I'm there. So half of that is clothing. And this is not a video about that. If you have any interest in seeing the clothing haul that I did with my mother, who is a very avid shopper herself, I'd be happy to do a separate video on that. This is really the things that I collected in the beauty space. Now, I don't haul shop by nature. I don't do it. I pick up little things here and there. I definitely pick up a few things each month, which actually feeds into my videos. But when I go to the US, I save up a bit of that budget and I buy a bunch of stuff before I go, so that when I walk in the door to whatever house I'm going to, my dad lives in California, my mom lives in Florida, there's usually like a Christmas morning situation happening with a few boxes waiting. So I thought I'd share with you the things that I picked up. Now, some of those were purchases that I made myself, and I make them because a lot of the items come from the US, and I do not like to ship things in to Ireland because the costs are exorbitant. I mean, I could pay up to 50% additional charges in import fees and VAT and all that kind of stuff. So items that come from America, I like to collect when I'm there because generally shipping is free. Plus it's generally cheaper for me to buy with the euro in America and all that sort of stuff. But there's also a little bit of PR in here because some companies, when they find out I'm going to be in the US, they'd rather send it to me there than send it to me here. So there's a bit of both. So I'm going to share all those with you today. So the first item is in body care. It's for the shower. It is called the Naturium The Glow Getter Multi-Oil Body Wash. And it was actually one of you guys who suggested I try this. I'm on a body care kick. I'm getting menopausal skin, so I need to do a lot more hydration. And I picked this up while I was there. And it's kind of funny that I came back with this thing. It's not light. It's 500 mils. It's pretty honkin'. This thing only cost $16. So I haven't even used it yet. Most of the stuff I haven't even used yet. It's going straight into the shower after I film this, and I will be using it tomorrow. It's a great value, and I've heard great things about it, so can't wait to try it out. Then we're going to go into makeup. Now, pretty much every time I go home, I pick up a bit of Jones Road. I'm always so interested in the new stuff that Bobbi Brown's coming out with for this range. And the ones that I bought here particularly are for a video I have coming up very soon. So what I got in that haul was, and there are some questionable colors in here. The first is one of the Miracle Balms. Now, I already have a really dark shade, which I think is tawny, that I really, really like. This one is called Magic Hour. And like I said, I got all of these colors for a very specific reason, and I'm looking forward to giving it a try. It's actually not what I thought it was going to be, the color. I didn't think it was going to be this. So at any rate, I'm looking forward to giving it a try. You will see a video coming soon on that. I also picked up a blush, and this is in the color Pop. Not sure how that's going to go either, but we're going to give it a try. I would tend to lean more toward the peachy colors than I would sort of the rosy colors, but it could work out nicely. We're going to see. Now, I did pick up a bronzer. This is just called the bronzer, and that's in the color Tan. I realized I do not have a powder bronzer. I do not have one anywhere here. I have a cream one, I have a liquid one, but I don't have a powder. So I figured that while I was there, I was going to add that to my collection. And the last thing I got also for my upcoming video is her mascara. It's actually a fabulous mascara, and I really, really like it. So those are the things I picked up from Jones Road. Okay, next is also in the makeup category, and this is by L'Oreal, and this is called the True Match Nude Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Serum. Now, let me just say this was an accidental purchase. I was trying to find the Maybelline Superstay 24-Hour Hybrid Powder Foundation. I couldn't find it anywhere. Went to 3 shops, completely sold out. But while I was in Walgreens, I saw this and I knew there'd been a lot of chatter about it. And I like a tinted serum as opposed to a really heavy foundation. So I picked this up in the 4.5 to 5.5, which is called Rich Medium. I love this foundation, and I have worn it every day since I got back. So I probably will do a video on it, and if you're interested in that, please put that down in the comments below. This is a Mary foundation. It is not super heavy, it is super hydrating, and I don't necessarily chase products with hyaluronic acid in it, but I'm telling you right now, it's hydrating, and when I mix that with a little bit of my setting spray by Charlotte Tilbury, it lasts all day. Fabulous. So another thing that I've picked up is the Telescopic Lift Mascara by L'Oreal. Again, I've been seeing this everywhere. You can see it's still in the package, haven't even tried it out yet. I got this in the blackest black color because it's all they had. would have preferred if they'd had a brown, but that's okay. So I will be busting this out and reporting back on it soon. And then this little guy was an impulse buy. This is the Wet n Wild Pro-Line Felt Tip Eyeliner. I have a mission for 2023. That is to learn how to do the damn flick. You know, the little cat eye flick? So I got this little guy and got all damaged in transport, hoping that I can experiment. That will be something I do on a Saturday. And if anybody has any tips for sort of the hooded eyes, please send them my way, because I need to figure that out. Just that little bit of a lift, I think, would work wonders in helping to lift the face. So any pointers, leave them down below. So the last makeup purchase for me was this set of makeup brushes by Sonia Kushak, and these were courtesy of Target. Now I went in to buy one brush, and it was an angled blush brush that I'd seen a gal talking about. I thought that's perfect. And that one brush was going to cost $15, right? So I saw the kit, and this whole kit that has 8 brushes, it has 4 face brushes and it has 4 eye brushes, was $40. Fantastic deal. And I really like the Sonia Kushak brushes. I think that they're really good quality. They last long. They're super soft. They're easy to use. So for me, this was a complete bargain. And I haven't purchased any makeup brushes in a really long time. It's just not something I do. I don't know why, and I should. So I can sort of, I have a big, huge thingy up here, and I have a smaller thingy down here. And I think I'm going to start to do a bit of a clean out because they're not used. So really excited, a really, really good value, and I will report back on how I like them. The next one in the makeup brush category is just pure innovation. So I did a video last year, I think it was actually in March, on Guide Beauty, and it was an eyeliner pen. And it was really the mechanism, the device that you use to apply the eyeliner, and it's ergonomic. The way that you hold the device in order to apply the eyeliner is absolutely brilliant. So I recently learned that they have been expanding their range, and I bought 3 of their eyeshadow brushes. So these are the 3 brushes that came in here, and they are so interesting because the way that you hold them is like this, so that when you're putting things on, that you're not having to pinch. It was designed specifically by a makeup artist who was having some challenges and difficulty holding traditional brushes in a certain way. So she created this range, and it is absolutely genius and incredibly easy to use. So this has come with 3 brushes. One is an all-over brush, one is for the crease, and one is for the smudge. They're super easy to hold, easy to use, and they're just genius. So I picked up a set of 3, and I think they're starting to expand the range, and I want to look a little bit more into them down the road. So if you have an interest in me doing a video on these and learning a bit more about them, let me know, because I'm happy to oblige. So the last piece in the makeup category was actually from PR. The folks over at Trio Beauty have just done a solid. So I very recently did a video using their product, which was the Brow Trio Stencil Set. And that's where you take a stencil and you put on the eyebrows. Now, I loved the product. I thought that it worked a treat. However, dumbass Mary bought the wrong color. And I bought gray. I mean, I know I'm trying to hide the grays, but it was absolutely foolishness. So I contacted the company. I sent them the video and said, look, I really like this product. Can you just help me figure out what color I need? I think it's either taupe or blonde. I'm not really sure. So they sent me both. They sent me both. And they found out I was going to be in the US, so they sent it straight to my mom's house. So I have 2 complete kits. I'm not wearing it today. I'm going to be busting it out tomorrow, and we'll probably wear these brows now forever because I'm not great with brows. And I have these little holes from a car accident that are really hard for me to balance out. So you just and you are done. It looks natural, and a lot of you had great comments that made me realize I need to go a little thicker. I thought I needed a thinner brow. Apparently I need a thicker brow, so thank you for your feedback. And then they sent a couple other goodies with it. The first is a product that I was reading a lot about, and I'm hearing a lot of people talk about. It is their Brow Setting Gel. And everybody says this is fantastic for just keeping them glued right in place, and I cannot wait to try that. So that's great. Plus, they sent me 2 eyeshadow palettes. The first is called Berry Dreams, and it has a nice little light shimmer and 2 mattes. These are colors I absolutely love and will wear. And the second one is called Warm Matte Nude, and these are colors that I wear every day anyway. And in fact, they're going to go very well with what I'm wearing today in that sort of brown taupey space, which I love. So a huge thank you to Trio Beauty. I am loving the products, and I will be getting lots and lots of usage out of them. Okay, next we're moving into devices. This is sort of my favorite category anyway. I love playing with devices. I love technology, and I like modalities that can really help a gal like me at a certain age that's looking to do things like lift and to build collagen and all that sort of stuff. So the first 2 are actually accessories to a device I already have, and that is the MyoLift Mini. Now, I did a video on this, it was probably 2 years ago during the first lockdown, and I was very consistent with usage, and I didn't see massive changes changes using the device regularly. It's a little bit disappointing. However, I'm not going to give up because I know that microcurrent works. But I got these two accessories. They're masks that plug into that device that are targeting certain areas. And these are areas that are starting to, show the aging a bit. The first is a mask that's designed to fit over the forehead. And you just click this into your device. It has a sticky tape on it and it sits there. And for about 30 minutes, you plug it in, you turn it on, and it does its job. You can use it on Erase, which is all about reducing wrinkles, and then you could use it on Educate, which is all about tightening and building. So I think you do 15 minutes on each setting. And you can just sit here and work, and it's kind of doing its own thing, and you take it off and you store it and you reuse it. So that is one for the forehead. But this was the kicker. I got one for the jawline. So it will tape right onto here and it will do its business while I am doing something else, very likely watching YouTube or doing a bit of research. So again, that's a 30-minute cycle. You can alternate between Erase and Educate. It will encourage me to get the MyLift Mini out again, which I haven't used in well over a year. And by the way, I know it works. I don't know why I haven't gone back to it. I will. But this allows me to target certain areas. Now, these are inexpensive masks too. They only run about $16 or $17, and you can reuse them about 15 times. Like once they start losing their stickiness and you can see they're no longer conducting on the MyLift Mini, then it's time to get a new one. But for the value and the price, I thought, oh yes, particularly for this space, because that's my little problem area. These little jowls are starting to go a little bit south. So I'm really, really excited to give those a try. So if you have an interest in seeing a video about that or hearing my thoughts, let me know. Okay, next up is the thing that I'm probably the most excited about, and that is my Ledoro Duo. Now, I've been talking a lot recently on this channel about hair. Menopausal hair is seriously a thing. Not only did it get super brittle and horrible and straw-like, it also has started to fall out more, and I'm starting to see thinning patches and all the stuff you just don't want to see. So I've been doing a number of things to tackle that. Like the Hyel products I absolutely love. I just did a program of Calisym's hair serum, which I think totally works. And this is another product that involves technology and modalities. So you use a pod that has a serum in it to deliver this into the scalp and hair. It includes microcurrent. It has LED light therapy. It has sonic vibration, and it has warmth. This is using a lot of the technologies that I already enjoy in my other products, and it's specifically focused on the scalp. So I actually contacted Ledoro and said, would you send me one of these, please? I really want to try this and I want to report back. And I know a lot of you are also interested in this space too. So I am super excited. They also sent the Boost pods, and I think each pod is supposed to last for about 15 usages. And you do this for 5 minutes a day, and I cannot wait to get started. So a video will be coming up soon once I've had a chance to use it, and I'm so excited. And thank you so much to Ledoro for sending it over. I just can't wait. So next we're moving into the hair care category. Although that was hair care, but I put that in devices. Anyway, we're going to keep going with hair. Now, the first is an accessory in addition to a purchase I made very recently, and that is for my Dyson. So I'm really enjoying the Dyson. And funnily enough, I'm enjoying the straightening side way more than I thought. But my complaint so far has been this, the fact that the barrels are really big. I've never used this because that big voluminous, sort of curl situation, I get with this anyway. And my only complaint has been, and I think I've mentioned it a few times, is that the barrel's too big. It needs a small barrel because what I want are this nice little beachy waves that I get with my hair curler. But look what I got. So I only heard literally the week before I left, I think it was Malibu, was talking about this new 0.8-inch barrel. It must be about 20 mils because I think this is 30 mils and I think this is 40 mils. So this again is half again. So that's hopefully going to give me those nice little ringlets that I want that then relax to beachy waves. So I bought this. I don't know if I bought it off of Sephora or if I bought it off of Dyson US. Not sure. Can't get this in Ireland, by the way. Sold out. Not a hope. $39. And if this does what I want it to do, it is going to be worth every freaking penny. So like I said, I've only been home a couple days. I haven't had a chance to experiment with any of these things yet, except the makeup. And I cannot wait. So if you want to see a video to see how it goes, let me know because I'll be happy to do it. Next up are a couple of items. One I purchased and two were gifted by the company called Octacurl. Now I've done a couple of videos. Well, I know I've done at least one. They're always popping up on my Instagram account. This is a way to curl your hair without using any heat whatsoever. So with sort of wet-ish hair, I put the device on my head and you wrap your hair around it. And then you go to sleep and you wake up in the morning and you've got curly hair. So I saw recently that they had a new product I wanted to try, because I'm seeing on these videos about using the robe tie. You know, you just put it in your hair like this and you wrap it around it once and you go to sleep or whatever. They have created a similar product. It's actually a similar product, but even better. So they have a different version of this, right? So you can use it. It's actually quite stiff, which is smart to make it stay. So you can put this here and you can wrap it around, or you can separate them into 4 spots. So that would allow you to wrap it around in different areas just to make sure you get all the hair in. So I purchased this myself and sent it to my mom. And I was in a dialogue with them on Instagram somehow. I'm not even sure why. And they said, oh, you're going to be in the US. Can I send you something? And I thought, yeah, sure. Okay. So this I paid for myself. I think it was about $25. And if this does what I want it to do, it's going to be well worth it because I can curl my hair without any damage. And I think their products are brilliant. I absolutely love Octocurl. So they asked me if I would try something new. And I have to admit, it sounded genius. And what it is a double-sided pillowcase that you can use at different points. So for example, one side of this is satin. So it acts like silk, and then it's going to be very kind to the hair. It's going to be very kind to the skin. It's going to reduce breakage and whatnot. The other side of it is microfiber. It's specifically designed for sleeping with wet hair. Genius, absolutely genius, because you do go to bed with wet hair. I do if I'm using the Octocurl, and I do worry about my silk pillowcases. So oftentimes I would just put a towel around the pillow in order to absorb the excess water. And my kids are actually the same too. So they have this double-sided guide that I think is such a great idea. My only complaint is I don't like the design of this. They do have one, a champagne one, which I would have preferred because I like white pillowcases anyway. So I don't really like this design, but I think it is genius, and I 100% will be using it myself when I use Octocurl, and my kids will be using it, particularly my littlest, because she tends to shower at night and her hair is wet and we tend to put a towel over. So I may buy a few more of these because I think it's something that my whole family will use. I think it's genius. So Octocurl, nice one. Then they sent me a product I didn't even know they made. And it was a number of these additional curlers, which give so much more flexibility to their standard wrap that I did the video on. So instead of having these attached to a band that sits around your head, you can just take as many of these and put them wherever you want. So if you just want a portion of your hair, like maybe just the front to be curled, or if you have a ponytail, you just roll this up, fix it in, leave it, and it dries. Like it's absolutely genius. So it's sort of like those foam curlers that I've tried to do, where you just do it in different sections. They don't work for me, but I'm pretty confident that this will. So the set comes with 6 of them, and you can use them in any way you want. And I just think it is so smart. So I'm thrilled to have been given these, and I look forward to using them. And and I like supporting. They're a small business, a women-owned business, and I just think they're making great products that help to really protect and save your hair. Nice one. Next on the list is Dazzle Dry. And I think that you can pretty safely assume that anytime I go back to the US now, I'm buying some Dazzle Dry. That is my new nail system that works. It works for 7 days of nail color. I would never travel abroad without getting shellac on my nails. I did this time because I was wearing Dazzle Dry. Yay. So I bought more colors. So every time I go, I'm going to buy more colors, and that's the way it goes. I love these mini flights because you get to have 5 different colors. And not all colors are going to work, and it gives me an opportunity to try them. I will try them. I will use them until they're gone. But if there's a color that I particularly like, I'm going to buy it in the full size. This is called Winter Wishes. So it has those nice warm colors for winter. And the one in particular I wanted to try was the vanilla. I think that's what it's called. It's in the middle. And if I like that as much as I think I will buy a bigger color. I did buy 3 full-size colors. So now I think I have 6 in total. One is a white. I always wear a bright white. I love it in the summer, particularly when I have a tan. It's just my absolute go-to. This one is called White Lightning. And then I bought something called Jones Armor, and it's a really deep kind of a pewter color. So it's grayish. It has a little bit of warmth to it, so it's not too cool. I love a dark, I love a bright, and I love a white. Those are kind of the colors that I tend to go for. And I bought an orange, which I'm wearing today. I love the brightness of an orange. So the way that I go is I go dark, bright, light. And by light, I mean white or a vanilla color or something like that. I don't do lots of pastels. So I will continuously alternate between them as I'm doing my nails. So this is what I picked up. This retails for about $44. I think it's a great value to experiment with colors. These are $22 each. They are pricey, but they will last forever. So that is a forever growing section within my drawer, my manicure drawer down here on the right. Okay, the very last item I picked up at the airport, actually, on the way out, but I liked it so much it was worth a mention. This is what I'm using as a hand lotion. It is by a company called Bates. It is the Goat Milk Body Butter, Budder. It's made from goat's milk, and they have a lovely story. I think they're out of Tennessee. You can see them on the website, all the products that they make. And I'm using this. It's body butter. I assume it's for the body, but they don't make bigger versions. It's tiny. So this for me is a hand cream. I struggle with hand creams. There's only one that I love. It is my Aveda hand and nail cream. It's just my favorite in the whole wide world, but it's too big to travel with. So I picked this up in the airport, which means it's great for travel. And I like it so much. I bought two, and that's going into work. It is super hydrating. I bought it in two different scents. I bought it in black raspberry vanilla and Georgia peach, and they're good enough to eat. And I think these products are amazing. I think they retail for about $4.50. So I will absolutely be buying more of these, probably on my next trip, and shipping them to whatever house I'm going to. They're just great for travel. I think they're fab. So guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for joining and for making this far. And if you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up. And tell me, do you see any favorites here? Are there any new products you're going to try yourself? What piqued your interest? I would love to hear from you. So please do leave those comments down below. So thanks again for joining, and I'll see you at the next video. Bye. Sorry, my stomach is growling. I'm assuming the mic isn't good enough to pick that up now? No. Okay.